Hello everyone, I am Amol Bodle. In last video, we have learned the example from exercise 1.1. Now, in this video, we will see the next example from exercise 1.1. See the example. In a right angle triangle, the acute angle is in the ratio 4:5. Find the angles of the triangle in degree and radian. So here the given triangle is a right angle triangle. So one angle of triangle is 90 degree and the ratio of remaining two angle which is given here, and we have to find out all three angles in degree and radian. So since the acute angles are in the ratio 4:5, so therefore the degree measures of these acute angles are 4k and 5k, where k is a constant multiple, and the remaining angle is of measure 90 degree, as given that triangle is a right angle triangle. Now as we know, the sum of angle of triangle is 180 degree, so therefore 4k plus 5k plus 90 degree, which is equal to 180 degree. So here 4k plus 5k, which will 9k plus 90 equal to 180 degree. So 9k equal to 180 minus 90 degree. So 9k equal to, that is 180 minus 90, which is 90 degree. So if we divide by 9 to both sides, we get k equal to 10 degree. But here the angles are 4k and 5k. Let's calculate their value. The measure of angles are in degree are, the first angle is 4k, which is 4 into 10 degree, that is 40 degree. And next one 5k, which is 5 into 10 degree, which is 50 degree, and the remaining one which is 90 degree. Now we will convert this degree into radians. The measures of angles are in radians are, first one is 40 degree. So to convert this 40 degree into radian, we will multiply by pi upon 180. So here 0 0 will be cancelled, 4 upon 18, both are multiple of 2. So 2 2s are 4, 2 9s are 18. So which will 2 pi upon 9 radian. Second angle, which is 50 degree. So to convert this 50 degree to radian, we will multiply by pi upon 180. 0 0 cancel, so we get 5 pi upon 18 radian. And third one angle, which is 90 degree. So to convert this 90 degree to radian, we multiply by pi upon 180. So here 90, 0 0 cancel, 9 2s are 18, so it will be pi by 2. Hence here the angle of triangle are 40 degree, 50 degree and 90 degree in degree measure, and 2 pi by 9 radian, 5 pi by 18 radian, pi by 2 radian in radian measure. Let's see the next example. The sum of two angles is 5 pi radian and their difference is 60 degree. Find their measures in degree. So here we have given sum and difference of two angles. So we can suppose these two angles are, say, any variable x, y, or any variable like a, b. So let x and y be two angles. By the given condition, their sum, that is x plus y, is 5 pi radian. Now here we can convert this radian into degree. So to convert this radian to degree, we multiply 5 pi by 180 by pi. So here pi will be cancelled. 5 into 180, which is 900. So we get x plus y equal to 900 degree. And from the second condition, their difference is 60. So therefore x minus y equal to 60 degree. Now here we have given two conditions. The first one is x plus y equal to 900. Second one, x minus y equal to 60. Now by solving these two equations, we have to find out the value x and y. So how we can find x and y? So simply here the coefficient of y is opposite. So here if we take the addition of these two equation, y will be goes to cancel. So by adding equation 1 and 2 we get, that is x plus x 2x, y will be cancel, 900 plus 60, that is 960. So therefore x equal to 480. So here by dividing by 2 we get x is equal to 480 degree. Now once we get the value of x, we can calculate the value of y. So from equation 1 we will put the value of x, that is 480 here. 480 plus y equal to 900. So y equal to 900 minus 480 degree. Therefore y equal to 420 degree. Hence we get this required two angles. Therefore 480 degree and 420 degree are the required angle in degree. So here we have to find out measure in degree. If in question it is mentioned find the measure in radian, so even we can convert this degree to radian also. Let's see the next example. The measure of an angle of triangle are in ratio 3:7:8. Find their measures in degree and radian. It's very simple example. Here the ratio of all three angle of triangle is given. So since these ratios of three angles are in 3:7:8, so therefore the degree measure of these angles are 3k, 7k and 8k, where k is the constant multiple. So now the sum of angle of triangle is 180 degree. So therefore we can add them, that is 3k plus 7k plus 8k, which will give us 180 degree. And here the addition 3k plus 7k plus 8k, which will be 18k, which is equal to 180 degree. So therefore k equal to 10 degree. Now we have get the value of k, but we have to find out the measure of angle, that is 3k, 7k and 8k. So let's put the value of k. Therefore the measure of angles in degree are 3k, which is 3 into 10, that is 30 degree, 7k, which is 7 into 10, 70 degree, and last one 8k, 8 into 10, which is 80 degree. So here 30 degree, 70 degree and 80 degree are the required measure of angle in degree. So even we can convert in this all angle to radian. So the measure of angles in radian are, so to convert the degree to radian we will multiply by pi upon 180. So which is 30 degree equal to 30 into pi upon 180 radian. So a 0 0 cancel, 3 6 18, which will give us pi upon 6 radian. 70 degree, which is 70 into pi upon 180, 0 0 cancel, and here it will give us 7 pi upon 18 radian. And last one 80 degree, which is 80 into pi upon 180 radian. So 0 0 cancel, both are multiple of 2, 2 4s are 2 9s are, which will give us 4 pi upon 9 radian. So in this way we can calculate the value of angles in degree as well as radian measurement. Let's see the next example. The measure of angles of triangle are in AP and the greatest is 5 times the smallest. Find the angle in degree and radian. So here in question we have given the measure of angles of triangle are in AP. So here we are discussing about the three angles, because triangle is having three angles. So we should think about the three particular terms of AP. Generally here we can take the any numbers, say x, y, z, which are in AP, and we can use the properties of AP. But instead of that, here it is all about the three terms. So we can particularly consider three consecutive terms of AP, which we have learned in 10th standard. So let the angles of triangle be A minus D, A and A plus D in degree. As we know, this A minus D, A and A plus D, these are three consecutive terms in AP. Now by given condition, here it is given greatest is 5 times the smallest one, and the another condition which we know, that is the sum of all three angle is 180 degree. So we can add them, that is a minus d plus a plus d equal to 180 degree. So from this condition here dd will be cancelled, 3a equal to 180 degree. So therefore a equal to 60 degree. So here we get the value of a. Now from this given condition, that is the greatest angle is 5 times the smallest one, that is a plus d equal to 5 times a minus d. Here a plus d is the greatest one angle and a minus d is the smallest one. So a plus d equal to 5 times a minus d. If you multiply by 5, then we get a plus d equal to 5a minus 5d. If we interchange this term, if we take 5d on this side and a on this side, we get 5d plus d equal to 5a minus a, which will give us 6d equal to 4a. As we know the value of a, we can put here. So we get 6d equal to 4 into 60, that is 6d equal to 240 degree. So dividing by 6, we get d equal to 40 degree. Once we get the value of a and d, we can calculate the angle of triangle, which are a minus d, a and a plus d. So let's put the value of a and d in these terms. So now a minus d, which is 60 minus 40, a is 60, d is 40, which will give us 20, and a plus d, which is 60 plus 40, which is 100. So the required angle are a minus d, which is 20, a which is 60, and a plus d, which is 100. So 20, 60 and 100 are the required angles in degree. So even we can convert this 20, 60 and 100 degree into radian by multiplying by pi upon 180. Let's see the next example. In a cyclic quadrilateral, two adjacent angles are 40 degree and pi by 3 radian. Find the angle of cyclic quadrilateral in degree. So here let the angle of cyclic quadrilateral are A, B, C and D. So here we have given two adjacent angle. So if we consider a cyclic quadrilateral, the adjacent angle will be either AB or BC or CD or AD. So we can take any one pair. So for our convenience, we'll take one angle which is C, 40 degree, and the another one D, which is pi by 3 radian. To convert this pi by 3 radian, we will multiply by 180 upon pi degree. So pi will be cancelled and 180 upon 3, which is 60 degree. So here two angles are known and we have to find out the remaining two angles. So we know the property about cyclic quadrilateral. In cyclic quadrilateral, the opposite angles sum up to 180 degree, that is angle A plus angle C equal to 180 degree, angle B plus angle D equal to 180 degree. So let's put the value angle C, which is 40. So therefore A plus 40 degree equal to 180 degree, A equal to 180 minus 40. So therefore A equal to 140 degree. So similarly we know B plus D equal to 180 degree, B plus D, here D is 60 degree equal to 180 degree. So B equal to 180 minus 60 degree. So B equal to 120 degree. Hence the angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are A 140 degree, B 120 degree, C 40 degree and D 60 degree. In this way, if two adjacent angle of cyclic quadrilateral are given, then we can calculate the all angles. So these are the required angles in degree. Let's see the next example. Find the degree and radian measures of exterior and interior of a regular pentagon, hexagon, septagon or octagon. First of all, let's see what is the meaning of regular, pentagon, hexagon, septagon and octagon. As we have learned, the regular polygon means a close bounded figure having sides of equal length. For example, equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, all three sides are equal, as well as if we consider a square, all sides of square are equal, as well as their angles are also same. So similarly, if we consider a closed figure with 5 sides in which all sides are equal and all angle are same, then it will be pentagon. Similarly, with side 6, which is hexagon, with side 7, septagon, and with side 8, octagon. Let's see the interior and exterior angle for the pentagon. The regular pentagon has 5 sides. So here n equal to 5. We know the formula to calculate the exterior angle. Exterior angle is calculated by 360 degree upon number of sides. So exterior angle equal to 360 upon n. So n is 5 here. So therefore exterior angle equal to 360 upon 5. So exterior angle equal to 72 degree. Once we get the exterior angle, we can calculate the interior angle, and the formula to calculate the interior angle is 180 degree minus exterior angle, which is 180 degree minus 72 degree, which is 108 degree. And we can convert this exterior angle and interior angle into radian. The exterior angle 72 degree we can write in radian 72 into pi upon 180. So here 72 and 180 both are multiple of 36. 36 2s are 36 5s are, which will gives us 2 pi upon 5 radian, and 108 degree, which can be written as 108 into pi upon 180 radian. So 108 and 180 both are multiple of 36. 36 3s are 36 5s are. So 3 pi upon 5 radian. So here we get the degree and radian measure of exterior and interior angle of regular pentagon, which is 72 degree, 108 degree in degree measurement, and 2 pi upon 5 radian, 3 pi by 5 radian in radian measurement. Let's see the next example. Find the angle between hour hand and minute hand in a clock at 10 past 11. So when the time is 10 past 11, it means 11:20. That is, the hour hand is near about mark 11 and minute hand pointing at 2. So when hour hand moves from one clock mark to the next one, it turns through an angle of 360 upon 12, which is 30 degree. So as we know, the measurement of circle, which is 360 degree, and there are 12 marks here, 1 2 3 and so on. So to calculate the angle between any two consecutive marks, we can divide this whole angle 360 degree upon 12 marks. So we get 30. That means angle between any two consecutive marks is 30 degree. So an hour hand when moves one mark to another mark, it turns through the angle 30 degree. So the angle between two consecutive marks is 30 degree. At 10 past 11, the minute hand is pointing at 2 here, and our hand has gone past 11. It is not exactly on 11. Now if we try to calculate angle between this mark 11 to 2, so there are 3 consecutive marks here in between 11 and 2. that is 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 3, 1 to 2. So the angle between mark 11 and 2 is 3 into 30, which is 90 degree. So here the angle between mark 11 and 2 is 90 degree, but we have to find out the angle between two marks. So here 11 is not exactly on 11, it is slightly has gone past 11. So that's why this angle between two marks hands, 11 hour hand and minute hand, is not 90, it must be less than 90. So the angle between hand is less than 90 degree. Now how we can calculate the angle traced by our hand in 10 minutes? So here, as we know, when our hand moves 60 minutes, it will turn through an angle of 30 degree. That means in 60 minutes it turns through 30 degree. That means in 1 minute our hand turns through 1 by 2 degree. For 60 minutes it turns through 30 degree. That means in 1 minute it will turn through half degree. So hence in 10 minutes it has turned through 10 into 1 by 2 degree, which is equal to 5 degree. That means in 10 minutes this R hand turn through the 5 degree, and we have to find out the angle between two marks, so which must be less than 90, that is 90 minus 5. Thus the angle between the hands is equal to 90 degree minus 5 degree, which is equal to 85 degree. In this way we can calculate the angle between hour hand and minute hand. Let's see the next example. Find the angle between hour hand and minute hand in a clock at 5:45. 5:45 means 5:45. That is the minute hand at mark 9 and hour hand which is close to 6. When a hour hand moves from one clock mark to the next one, it turns through the angle of 360 upon 12, which is 30 degree. That is the angle between any two consecutive mark is 30 degree. At 5:45, that is 5:45, a minute hand is pointing to the 9 and our hand is in between mark 5 and 6 and it near to 6. So if we calculate the angle between mark 5 and 9, so we will calculate angle from 5 to 9. So in between 5 and 9, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8 and 8 to 9. So there are 4 parts, that is the angle is 4 into 30, which is 120 degree. So here the angle from mark 5 to 9 is 120 degree, but we have to calculate angle between two hands, so which must be less than 120 degree. But how much angle traced by the R hand in 45 minutes, that we have to calculate. That means how much angle turn through the R hand in 45 minutes. So here the required angle between the hands, it must be less than 120 degree. As we know, in 60 minutes the R hand turns through the 30 degree. That means in 1 minute the R hand turns through the half degree. So therefore in 45 minutes it has turned through 45 into 1 by 2 degree, which is 22 upon 22.5 degree. That means in 45 minutes this R hand from 5, it will turn through the 22.5 degree, and now hence the angle between this R hour hand and minute hand, it must be 120 minus 22.5, which is, thus the angle between the hands is equal to 120 minus 22.5 degree, which is equal to 97.5 degree. So in this way we can calculate the angle between two hand of a clock.